Welcome to today's edition of the Exploring Mining podcast, featuring stock news from TSX, TSXV, CSE, ASX, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange mining companies, plus interviews with CEOs and leading experts. Hey folks, Sam Mowers here, back with another episode of the Exploring Mining podcast. For news today, we have the latest from Newmont Gold Corp, Barrick Gold Corporation, Coeur Mining Inc., and Hecla Mining Company. So Newmont Gold Corp Corporation, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol NEM, is selling its 50% stake in Kalgoorlie Consolidated Gold Mines, or KCGM, to Australia's Northern Star Resources Limited, which trades on the ASX under the ticker symbol NST. The agreement will see Newmont receive $800 million in cash for its interests in KCGM, inclusive of a $25 million payment that gives Northern Star specified exploration tenements, transitional services support, and an option to negotiate exclusively for 120 days the purchase of Newmont's Kalgoorlie power business for fair market value. Newmont President and CEO Tom Palmer said, quote, "This transaction generates exceptional value and further strengthens our financial position by increasing proceeds from our 2019 asset sale agreements to more than $1.4 billion. Australia remains a core operating region for Newmont, and the sale of KCGM allows us to focus on investing in profitable growth and long-term value creation at our top-tier Tanami and Boddington complexes, in addition to our active exploration campaigns across the region. Northern Star is a well-established Australian-based gold producer with a core competency in exploration, a commitment to community development, responsible environmental stewardship, and most importantly, excellence in safety." End quote. Barrick Gold Corporation, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol GOLD, or gold, has announced that the Pueblo Viejo, I suppose it's pronounced, power plant is expected to receive its first natural gas in the first quarter of 2020, thus lowering greenhouse gas emissions and cutting costs. Pueblo Viejo is also contributing to the Dominican electricity sector with the construction of the Bonao 3 power substation. Barrick President and CEO Mark Bristow commented, quote, "The conversion agreement, the natural gas pipeline, and the Bonao 3 substation represent a step forward not only for Pueblo Viejo, but for the Dominicans, as it shows not just environmental benefits, but also a significant reduction of the country's electricity cost, less dependency on crude oil, and more stability for the national power grid." End quote. Coeur Mining Inc., which is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CDE, has released an update on its 2019 exploration activities. Highlights include a successful launch of expansion drilling program at Silvertip, promising assay results from new areas at Sterling and Crown. Expansion drilling discovered multiple new high-grade targets at Kensington and continued positive results from drilling at Palmarejo. Mitchell J. Krebs, Coeur's president and CEO, explained, quote, "Despite overall lower levels of exploration investment, we successfully commenced several expansion drilling programs in 2019 with notable results at Silvertip, Sterling and Crown, and Kensington. We focused our efforts on exploration targets within our current operating footprint and near existing infrastructure in the pursuit of potential mine life extensions and organic growth opportunities, which rank near the top of our capital allocation framework. Overall, we are very pleased with results from our 2019 drilling campaign and are excited about the potential of the high-grade targets we identified during the year." End quote. And Hecla Mining Company, which is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol HL, is ramping up production at its Lucky Friday mine and hiring new employees after union workers voted against ratifying a tentative agreement with the company. Philip S. Baker Jr., the president and CEO, explained, quote, "For much of 2019, we have employed a number of hourly workers who, combined with our salaried workforce, have operated the Lucky Friday on a limited basis. We will now accelerate hiring and utilizing contractors with the goal of reaching full production by the year-end 2020. While we would have preferred ratification of the agreement reached by the two negotiating committees, after 3 years of negotiating, we believe the best interests of the company and community is the Lucky Friday in full operation. The mine has operated for 75 years, and we believe its best days with projected higher grades and more cash flow are in front of it." End quote. Well, that does it for today's Exploring Mining podcast. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. InvestorIdeas.com reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. All investment involves risk, and this podcast is not meant to be an endorsement to buy or sell securities or products. To hear more podcasts, you can go to InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, iHeart.com, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, and SoundCloud.